Good morning. Man, I can't wait for winter to be over. We're so close. We're so close, man. It's cold out there. It's not even that bad. It's too cold for me. I don't want to be out there. 27 degrees it's showing. Whew, just walked inside to get a little drink for the morning. I don't like it. I don't like it even a little bit being cold. I remember when I was a teenager, my dad owned like a construction company. I think that's what you would call it. He did a lot of different projects with building stuff, which sounds a lot like construction to me. Yeah, I think so. He'd get up on days like this and go work outside of all the crazy things you could choose to do. That's what he did. I get it. He was just doing what he needed to do, but no, not for me. I worked for him for a while. I did, back when I was a young buck. I wasn't good at it. I didn't like it. He always tried to get me to understand what was so cool about it. Son, you get to look back on this project and say, I did that. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I have no interest in doing it. But the point was, it didn't matter what the weather. This time in the morning, he'd be out the door to go work. And I have to get out sometimes, but man, I remember those cold days going to work with him. Not for me. Not for me. I kind of go into hibernation for the most part. Well, not when I'm trucking, of course, but if I have the luxury of sitting around through winter, then I will. I won't leave the house. I stay inside as much as possible. I hate cold. Oh, I hate it. I mean, it's necessary, I think. I think we have to have it. Creates all the snowpack that melts off in the spring and summertime to give us water, I guess, that then gets sold to us for $3.99 per 16-ounce bottle or whatever. I mean, we need the water to survive, is what I meant to say. It's a necessary evil, I guess. But boy, I don't like being cold, not even a little bit. But hey, you know what? We're about to get started here. 794 miles to our destination. We will not make that today. But we should be within 200 by the end of the day. I'd like to get over the mountain in Idaho. Somebody did help me with the pronunciation. They said their coworker pronounced it Coeur d'Alene, I think. Coeur d'Alene is what they said. That makes sense. It seems like there's an extra vowel in there when you pronounce it that way. Or you're skipping over one, however you would say that. But I'd like to get over that mountain, but I don't know if I will. It seems reasonable that I should. I'm not sure how far away it is. But that is the last big challenge of this drive, or should be. I mean, we do still have all of Montana, which is not showing really much as far as weather, maybe some snow showers here and there. But if we can get over that mountain by the end of today, we're going to be in a lot better shape for tomorrow. So that's sort of the plan, hopefully. I don't know how far away it is. It's been a while since I've been up here. But if we could do that, get down through maybe Spokane. Spokane's a hard place to park, believe it or not. Well, that should be pretty believable because there's not much else around there. So if you want to park in Spokane, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But if we could get down maybe just a little bit past that, just outside that, I'd be real happy. And then get up in the morning and finish the drive. So that'll be cool. That'll be good. Not much else going on around here today. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. When you get to the part of trucking where it's just driving for days, especially out here in the western part of the country, there's potential for like drama and things to happen, but for the most part it's pretty boring. You just drive, that's it. So not a whole lot of dealing with shippers, receivers, anything like that when you're on a 4-day run, however long this is going to take. So that's kind of how she goes. So anyways, I'm gonna jump out there and give her a little pre-trip, have a look around, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into today. I'm sure we'll find something. We'll think of something. Talk to you guys in a bit. Well, here we go. Here we go. It's wintertime in Montana. It's not too bad, but I've seen a few accidents already, and whatever is going on up here, I can't tell what this truck is with the flashing lights. But we've got us little weather out here. It's cold, 20 degrees out there. And hey, we're just hoping the sun comes up and it warms up for us, but I got a feeling we're going to be cloudy and gross all day. But just trying to figure out what this is before I go whipping around it. I can't tell. Maybe a snow plow. Oh, it's a tow truck. It's a tow truck. Oh no, with a big truck on the, no, it's a snow plow. I could not tell with the lights flashing what that was. Those snow plows are super cool though. They'll swing that plow in the back of them out into the next lane, and they can do the work of 2 trucks with just the one truck, obviously. So those are pretty cool. But yeah, here we are today, out here playing in the snow a little bit. Like I said, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I think it's more blowing snow than anything. I think it's more blowing snow. But hey, you know, that's how she goes sometimes. We're having a good time still, nice and warm inside the truck, and we hope to keep it that way. I always think about that when you're out in really severe weather and you're like, man, me being in this truck is the only reason I'm alive right now. That's the only thing keeping me alive. So you always want to remain inside the truck. Don't put yourself in a position where you are outside the truck. You know what I mean? Don't put her in a ditch or anything like that, and you'll probably have a good day. So that's our plan, to keep it on the road and you know, stay nice and warm on the inside instead of bleeding out over in that field over there, because that's I've heard not such a good day. Not such a good day. But hey, way of the road, bubs. That's what we do out here. We'll talk soon. All right, sun's out, kinda. As much as you're gonna get. A lot nicer out now, but a lot colder. It's I think 14 or 15 when I oops, am I looking at me? Oh no, my face is reflecting on my phone. I thought I had the wrong camera on. I'm like, you guys were getting some weird angles there. But hey, we're doing it. We're getting it done. I'm in Three Forks, Montana right now. Oh, let me get in the truck. It is cold out here. Good Lord. Good Lord. Anyways, very loud. Oh, I gotta unlock the door. Got my sandwich here. Oh, floor's filthy now. Gotta clean that up again. Piss bottles, you know, way of the road. Way of the road, guys. Probably showing you more than I meant to with all that. That's how she goes. Let me get this on here. Probably should get that trash out, huh? Alright, got my chubby ass up in the truck. We made it. We made it. So, yeah, weather's better now. Roads are better. Up on that mountain before Bozeman, headed west. That was rough. That was real rough up there. It got pretty bad for a few minutes. I was in the left lane passing cars. No chain laws or anything like that up, right? But I was in the left lane passing cars because they were all going really slow, and I was worried about like losing my momentum and spinning out up there. So let me get this rig fired up and we'll be on our way soon. But yeah, anyways, what was I gonna say? Across the interstate over there is a fantastic gentleman's club where I have spent a lot of money in my day. Girls are very nice. They're very good businesswomen, let's say. And I've spent a little too much in that club in my day. And I'll do it again. I'll do it again. One of my favorite places to stop, but today's not the day because I got to keep on rolling. Got to keep on rolling. let's complain about truck stop prices real quick. I mean, I understand y'all are in business, but you have to keep price gouging the truckers. Good Lord, I just paid $8 for a sandwich. Like, not a Subway sandwich, anything like that. It's literally 2 pieces of bread with meat in it, and that's it. $8. It's getting to be a little bit extreme. Not getting to be, probably always has been, but just starting over in trucking. I ain't made of money. I'm trying to get back there. I'm trying my hardest. But yeah, we got to stop price gouging the truckers, man. So what are we showing here? Oh, it's saying 25 degrees, probably because we were sitting though. Once we get some air running through the truck, we'll get a different reading. Anyways, crazy prices at the truck stops. Like I said, I understand everybody's in business, everybody's trying to make money, but I mean, when we're paying $8 for a sandwich now, that's getting to be a little too much. What else did I want to complain about? That's what I'm doing right now. Load board looks like trash right now. Now, we know that I can't load till Wednesday at the earliest, possibly Thursday, and it is only Monday morning, but it looks bad. Saw some decent loads, but not good enough. Heading out to like Maryland for like $4 grand or something. We just came from Chicago area for $4 grand. So Maryland, you're gonna have to pay me a little more than that. But we'll see as the week goes on. I'm not gonna worry about it today anymore. I got frustrated with the load board, so I'm not gonna worry about it anymore today. That's just the way it goes. It's very busy right here. I don't know if this trucker's turning or not, but we're gonna jump out here. He's got his blinker on, so I can only assume that means he's turning. In 1.25 miles, turn left. It was a good guess on my part, because he is. So anyways, for my fellow truckers that like to have a good time on the road, don't be like this car, because they're about to have a bad day. But over here on this side of the interstate, if you can see the signs, there's Adam and Eve teasers with truck parking right there. That's the place, fellas. And like I said, I've spent way more money than I should in that place a number of times, and I'll go back. You got to have a good time out here on the road, you know. So I'll be sure to do that sometime. So anyways, that's kind of what we're up to today. It's very, very cold, but we are doing well. We're let's see, 569 miles from our destination, with 7 hours left on our clock today. And really my only goal is to get through, what did we decide the name of it was? Coeur d'Alene. I think that's what we decided on. Looks like we got this little accident up here in the cleanup stages though, so we shouldn't expect to see any gruesome bodies or anything. Continue up 990. Give that guy a wave, standing out there in the cold. Yeah, it looks like they got it up on the tow truck, so cool. That's the plan though, is to get over the last big mountain, and then we'll see what we're looking like and probably just call it a day at that point. And I think we're gonna be just fine on that. Poor car went off in the ditch. These are slick roads. Not too bad for a truck. I was running 65 earlier. For anybody that's not a trucker, that's because we have so much extra weight. We grip to the ground much better than a car does. Gravity, right? That's how that works. So anyways, looks like we're 50 miles from Butte, Montana, and I'm not sure how far away we are from Coeur d'Alene, but hey, we're gonna go get it done. I'm gonna eat my sandwich, and later, if I don't make this video too long, well, one of two things is gonna happen. I'll have my weekly numbers for you guys. That will definitely happen, because I got the last of the fuel I needed for the week earlier today. And if I don't make it too long, then I'll discuss my thoughts on the 70-hour clock and the few opinions we've had about getting rid of it in the comments. And I don't know if it's necessarily my opinion, but I just have some thoughts on it. So maybe I'll do that later. Anyways, I'm going to get on down the road. Nothing more to see here, just a frozen wasteland. And eat my damn $8 sandwich. I'm going to eat every bite of that and get every dollar's worth out of that sandwich. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. We are making our final pull over the big mountain. The one I was worried about. The one I was thinking, man, we have got to get across that. Trucks rumbling, fans roaring. Look at all the snow. Look at all the snow on the side of the road. But hey, it looks good today. It's 29 degrees, so that's probably a little icy. But no chain laws up, and we're just rumbling. We're just rumbling. So excited for this. I was real worried about it. Oh, we're moving so slow. About 25 miles per hour. We're giving her all she's got. Get up this mountain. Get it done. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But, excuse me. Nice to see that it's passable without chains. I was a little frustrated because you're already on the mountain when they warn you or don't warn you that the chain laws are up. It's like, come on. We need to be more reasonable and start doing these things at the bottom of mountains where there's still time to park a truck. Because when chain laws go up, nobody wants to put chains on, right? People only put chains on because they just got caught in it and they're like, I guess I have to now. I guess I have to now. But hey, we're doing all right. We're doing just fine coming into Idaho. And I believe this is the final stretch of the big mountain. So you love to see it. And we will be down the other side soon, where I'll probably just be looking for a place to park. I want to get under 240 miles from my stop. I want to get under 240, and I'm at 296 right now. So around the time we get to the bottom, we'll be looking for a place to park this thing and call it a day. But here we go, guys. It's time to rumble downhill. And we'll just take her nice and easy because it is a little chilly out there. We don't want to be going too hard down this mountain. But, of course, in the normal This Guy Truck style, rolling down the rumble strip like we do. Like we do. But hey, I'll catch up with you guys at the bottom. We'll see if we got into any trouble. If you never hear from me again, I didn't make it off the mountain. So pray for me, and we'll talk in a bit. All right, what's up, guys? We've made it to actually Post Falls, Idaho. I was thinking I would get through Spokane, and I could have, but I just was over it. And I wanted it to be under 240 miles to my destination, and I'm 226 away. And I figured, you know what, let's just shut down, because I think I'm going to change the strategy a little bit this week. If I unload tomorrow, Tuesday, and then I should be getting decent enough recaps to reload Wednesday instead of resetting and waiting until Thursday. Now, I did get a little bit frustrated because I was looking at the load boards myself, and they had a load from up here in Oregon going to somewhere upstate New York for $5,000, and that was just, it's not enough. That doesn't make any sense. And that would have been all I could have done this week. And I told my dispatcher I'm comfortable with that at 65. He didn't even know about it. I was looking at it myself. I said, you wanna ask him for 65? And he's like, I can check. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna say because it stays in advance. By the time he called, that load was off the board. So I don't know if someone grabbed it or somebody got him an acceptable rate. But 5,000 for that load was God, I think it was around $1.80 a mile or something like that. It's just not good enough. So that's kind of how that went, but that's okay. We'll keep looking, but I think I'm only going to run, less than 4 hours tomorrow, then shut it down. And then I think with the recaps coming back, I don't have to reset. I should be fine. I could give you guys the numbers if you care to hear. Do you want to hear? Let me grab my tablet here. This is for my numbers, guys. Available tomorrow, I'll have 13 hours once I recap something. And the reason I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just shut down is because I'm only recapping 4.5 tomorrow. And I've got some real short days, a 5-hour day, a 2-hour day. And the last 3 days have been 11 hours, 10.5, 10 hours, right? A little bit unsustainable, but we'll be okay with those short days in there. So tomorrow I'm only recapping 4.5 that will give me 13. So I'll have 9 by the time I get there, but I'm recapping 10 and then I'm recapping 9:15. So I should be good to go. I should be good to go through the weekend and keep running. So that is the numbers on that. So I don't have to reset. I don't have to do that. And that's the good news. That's the really good news. I do have numbers for you guys. Like I've been trying to say, the lease thing is not at all impressive right now. It's not. Now, I am making more money than when I was at home doing tech support, and that's good, right? But you would love to see the lease numbers be a lot higher than they are. The reason I put out these numbers, because I know there's a lot of guys looking at, well, maybe I should lease a truck. Well, here's my numbers, okay? And I don't have the best setup in the world. I have a bunk heater that I can't get to turn on. It keeps saying no flame or something like that. And if I could get that damn thing to work, I could save some money in fuel. Maybe I'll screw with that a little bit tonight also. But it was a big week, spent a lot of money in fuel, a lot. So that's all I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not here to, you know, set the world on fire and give you guys some impressive numbers, because the reality is the market's just not great right now. It's just not. And that's just the way it goes. So I'll tell you what we got going on. One of the biggest killers at this company that is probably good in the long run, but it looks terrible right now, is, I've mentioned this, they have a very aggressive maintenance fund. Why don't you guys tell me what, if you guys are also doing leases, what is your maintenance fund like at your company? Because I don't remember what it was on the last lease I was at, but here it's 15 cents a mile, and that's great in the sense that, like, you get a few weeks under your belt and then you start going, okay, there's nothing with this truck that, like, I can't fix, or, well, besides major issues at that point. So in the long run, it's great for it to take 15 cents a mile, because you'll get to a point where there's nothing that will go wrong with this truck that you can't fix, and you can use that money any way you want when it comes to the truck, obviously for fixing problems. But if I want to keep saving up in it and get an APU for the truck, that's something I can do. If I want to deck it out with chrome, that's something I can do. And when you leave the company, I don't know the specifics of it. It is something I want to ask them, but I don't want them to think I'm like quitting or anything. They do cash that out. They'll walk through your truck, and maybe you need a set of tires or something like that, I don't know, and they'll do those things, and then they will cash out the rest. And I have talked to a lot of longtime drivers here. They have seen people cash out for $30,000, $60,000, because that's what they had sitting in the maintenance fund. It's aggressive, so it takes a huge chunk out of what I actually bring home. But if I can treat it like a savings account that gets me to the next stepping stone that I'm hoping to eventually achieve, then it's for a good cause. All that's out the way. I'm not here to impress you with these numbers. As a matter of fact, I might have screwed myself this week by working harder than I did the week before. Okay, so I did 2 loads for 3,267 miles. That was, let me get the loads here. Laredo, Texas to Romeoville, Illinois, and then this one I finish up tomorrow, Chicago, Illinois to Oregon. Total of 3,267 miles. So first load paid $2,800, second load paid $4,400 for a total of $7,200, and we get a $200 truck order not used, right? I imagine that goes to me 100%. We'll find out on Friday, won't we? I don't think they take their 80% off that. That wouldn't even, or their 20%. Sorry about that. That wouldn't make any sense, okay? My fixed cost, I always put them in at $1,500. That does include the truck payment. It's in the 1,400 some range, but I just rounded up. I call it 1,500. Includes the truck payment. I could give you the whole breakdown at some point. If I'd have to write it down off my check stubs, but you know, your IFTA, your registration, your escrow. That's a big one, but that one goes away later. That's $2,500, $250 a week for 10 weeks. This will be my 6th week, so I've got a month more until I increase my income by $1,000 a month just off of that. Right? But that includes all of those things. The maintenance fund at 15 cents a mile is going to come out to roughly $490. And in DEF, I've spent $81. In fuel, I spent $2,397. Oh boy. It beats last year when there was a point in the lease I was doing last year where I was bringing home nothing. Okay, I'd have settlements for $70. I'd have settlements for negative hundreds. I'm grateful to be where I'm at right now, but I'm conscious that at some point I have to find ways to improve the situation. Okay, but fuel last year I was paying $3,000 a week, you know, and I was bringing home negative settlements at some points. It was awful. It was horrible. Lease ain't for everyone, and right now, my honest opinion, you'd be better off going company. That's my opinion. So anyways, let me go over that again. So after they've taken their 20%, my cut is $5,960. Take away the $1,500 for fixed costs, $490 for maintenance, $81 in def, $2,397 in fuel, which sends to the house $1,222. Nope. Not great, is it? But that is okay, because I was making that every 2 weeks when I was at home trying to be a tech support guy. So a week like that, I think last week I also did about $1,200. It doubles my income. I mean, I'll take it. I prefer this over answering questions about tech stuff. But I am aware that at some point I have to make decisions, or things have to change in our favor. Now, is that really going to happen? I don't really know. Our fuel price is going to continue to drop. Let's hope so. Because what if I get the fuel price to just go to $2,000 and I get that $397 back? $400, that's a $1,600 settlement at that point. That feels a lot better than $1,200, right? I'm going to screw around with that bunk heater. But that does nothing for me with summer coming up, where I'm going to have to idle. But I could... See, I don't want to look around at APUs, because if I decide to jump out of this truck and do something else, then they just got an APU out of it that I paid for, right? This company's decent enough, they might just pay me something for it. Yeah, we'll keep it on the truck and we'll give you $5,000. I don't know what an APU costs. I have no idea. Our rate's going to get higher. Looking at the board today, nope. Looking at the board today, forget about it. Park it. Because it looked bad. It was brutal for the area where I'm going to be. Just awful. Just terrible. But you know what? We'll work through that. We'll figure it out. We have to, the biggest challenge is we have to find a way to turn this into a good week still. I still have, hypothetically, because of the way you can work their pay periods here, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as long as I'm delivering a load on Tuesday that was picked up by Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 days I can still make money if we need this week to go good. We need a lot of things to go our way. Maybe that load comes back on the board to upstate New York at $6,000 instead of $5,000. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's what did it end up being, like 2,400 miles? I don't remember exactly what it was. It must have been more than that, because I was going for 6,100, which would have made it 220 a mile, which is still too low-ish. I mean, we can profit there. We can definitely profit there, but they were trying to do $1.89 or $1.79 or something like that, and that's just, there's no point. Like, if I'm gonna end up in the hole at the end of the week, I'd rather do nothing. I'd rather do nothing. So this isn't the greatest scenario in the world. It does double my income from what I was doing when I was at home, so I can't be mad about that. I just all I can do is keep this little brain churning and figure out, well, how do I improve this situation? How do I take that 1,200 to, I feel a whole lot better at 1,500 a week. I feel a lot better at 1,500 a week. So how do I make these adjustments to get it there, right? Maybe I need to stay off the load board. Maybe I need to stop telling my dispatcher, hey, let's do this and let's do that, because I'm pulling a heavy load over the mountains. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. Maybe we should have asked for more money, but that's okay. This all trial and error. So I definitely want to make sure I cover the fixed cost every week and the maintenance fund, any def or fuel that I buy. Of course I want to do that. And this is a good month to kind of screw around with things. This is if you're going to have a month to screw up, this is a good one, because there are 5 settlements this month. So if you screw up one week, hopefully you can use the other 4 to kind of get things in order. Not the greatest numbers in the world, but that's just the way it is. I still want to have the conversation about the 70-hour clock thing, but I keep making these videos too long, and I don't expect you guys to sit here for 50 minutes while I talk about something just as unimportant as that. But it ain't great. It ain't great, but it's double what I was doing. So we'll take that. We'll take that. Every month we get our rebate from Flying J, which is 20 cents per gallon, which doesn't come out to a whole lot, but the first settlement of every month you get all the gallons you bought for the previous month, something like that. Count on like $300. Count on like $300 coming on that first settlement every month for fueling at Flying J. That's it. I mean, it's not a perfect system. I'd say their maintenance is a little bit too aggressive, but as long as you can cash out at the end, it's a good savings plan, if I'm being honest with you. 15 cents of every mile. At last count, I had $1,780 in the maintenance account, and then we're going to add, by my estimations, $490 to that. I have a whole sheet of paper I use just for the maintenance, and tally that up every week to see where that's at. But I mean, we're going to be over $2,000 in that. If I'm even going to be close to making a decision on buying my own truck, which I don't know where I'm at on that. I don't know how I feel, but you're going to need, well, about another 0 on that. About another 0. So that's after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 6 weeks. We have cleared that 2,000 mark. So you're talking about 60 weeks. And you could have that 20 grand. That's obviously if nothing went wrong with your truck that whole time. But that's a problem for future me. We'll figure it out. Hey, we'll just keep hoping things can get a little bit better for us out here. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So I'll see you guys later.